Local 3 Sports with Jake Durant.
Athletes have the ability to reach and influence a lot of people through their actions both on and off their respective fields of play. Jake Durant tells us some former NMU athletes are honoring Black history by writing its next chapter.
That video surfaced of George Floyd, and my grandfather is 84 years old, probably on the back end of his life, we'd say at this point. And he just called me and he said maybe 5 words. His grandson, I am truly, truly saddened, right? And then he just broke down crying. So for me, I think that kind of lit like a personal fire within me. That Athletes Uniting Action, it's an athlete empowerment organization. The reason we coined and use that term empowerment is because it's all about getting people to take action and not us forcing them to or talking at people. So we want to equip people with the tools to become more aware, really encourage and empower them to feel as though whatever it is they're passionate about, they should speak on, they should take interest in and pursue.
For Kenton to step up and be the leader and the founder, the overall founder of all of this was just huge. Once I seen one of my best friends, take action like that, I'm like, if he had the courage and braveness to do it, why can't I?
I was just tired of feeling helpless and feeling like all these horrible things and how the world and society is going these days was just out of my control completely. And I just wanted to feel like we were doing something that was a positive force in the world.
I think we all just came to a consensus that, I'd rather die trying to make a difference and be able to look my grandkids in the face one day saying, hey, who were you in 2020? Someone that tried to do something, rather than, going with the, it is what it is, or my vote doesn't matter, my voice doesn't matter, it's not changing, it's been this way.
The idea for Athletes Igniting Action was formed while the trio attended Northern Michigan University. Their experiences in college helped fuel their fire.
We have seen it up close and personal. We actually know what it's like to go through it. Maybe it's not public as many other places, but we know what we were dealing with when we were going to classes and being the only person of our color in those classes. I never experienced anything like that until I got to Marquette.
The 3 returned to campus this past August, not as students, but as educators, holding a seminar to increase awareness.
I don't know, it was really special because, we put ourselves out there, we did something that we weren't exactly comfortable with, and the feedback that we got from our peers and teammates and other athletes was just really special, and it really, people do care about this.
I just want to basically just give a shout out and thank you to our athletic director, where our past athletic director, with a person in his position, just to give us that type of platform, and especially speaking on the cause of what we were speaking on, what was going on around the world at the time is just pretty huge, and just for him to do that, I'm forever grateful for that.
More seminars are in the works, the goal to spread their message and mission to the GLIAC and beyond.
So really laying out a blueprint for them to be able to go back into their respective institutions, their own communities, and relay a similar message, find the common ground that we all have, find what we all care about, and how to communicate and be leaders within their own communities.
This is the time we really should keep going. Kenton has been preaching it for a while now. Just because things are dying down doesn't mean we have to stop.
No matter who you are, you can make a difference. Like, we're just 3 people who played basketball, and we decided that we wanted to, get involved and be a positive force. And no matter how big or small you decide to make your actions, if you try to do something positive, that's a step in the right direction. And anybody can, make a huge difference if they really want to.
We're always told by our coaches, administrators, when you're on campus, people are paying attention to you. And with one click of a button, athletes these days have the ability to reach 1,000, 500, 10,000, a million people in some cases. So I think it's really directed at athletes, but we want to engage people outside of athletics to encourage athletes to do better. I think our long-term vision is to be able to bring in the next wave of people and inspire them to keep going with it.
For more information on Athletes Igniting Action and how you can join the cause, go to athletesignitingaction.com or visit the group's Facebook or Twitter pages.
Stay with us and we'll be right back after the break.